My name is Sage Thomas, also known as the DonkMaster.
Hey, I'm Steve at QA1.
And we're going to show y'all everything about this big wheel kit. I'm going to let Steve go ahead and run off with it.
We're real excited about the big wheel kit. You know, for many years we had customers running our box Chevy parts and stuff like that on the Donks. But the problems that arise when you're raising that car up to get up over the big wheels, we want to make the thing ride right. We want it to sit right. We want all of our geometry correct. So that's what we've done with the big wheel kit that we've custom painted this display for SEMA. We're real excited about taking this one out and seeing what people think about it. But where we started was, we start obviously with our American-made QA1 control arms, upper and lower. You know, we've been making those for a long time, but what we needed to do is we needed to optimize them for getting the car raised up, which changes the angle of the arms. We've got to make sure we've got clearance and suspension travel so that it rides good. I'm sure maybe you rode in some cars that were raised way up and just
like a wheelbarrow. I rode a lot of cars that felt like they had the big wheels on them, but you can hit every pothole and it doesn't ride right, and it was rickety. So that's one thing that I've noticed by doing these kits over the last 20 years. With this particular kit that's coming out, it's very effective. It's cost effective. It's pretty affordable. And it bolts directly onto the vehicle.
Sure does. And we've got our single or double adjustable coilovers that are in here. So these adjustment knobs, you just turn the knob and feel it soften up, you feel it firm up, however you want it to ride. And so we've got you the clearance for the wheels, we've got the geometry corrected for what we're doing, and then we've got that where we're tuning the car into what we want.
Oh yeah, just like the sway bar, y'all. I noticed that these sway bars are a lot beefier than factory. Yeah. So that plays a lot in the roll of the car.
Yep.
Also, with just like you said, the geometry of getting the wheel on and off the car to have the wheel standing up straight. That is something we really like.
Yeah, and when it comes to our controls, we want a real freedom of movement. We don't want them bound up or stiff. Yeah. That's not going to add to the ride quality of the car. So we've got our composite bushings in the upper control arms as well as the lower control arms, just a real free moving. If this wasn't connected to the spindle, the arm would just swing. So we want the availability of that movement in the control arms for our comfort, and we'll use the shock to control the actual motions of the car. But our low friction ball joint, same thing. It's just a real free moving ball joint. That's a QA1 patented ball joint. You know, it's rebuildable, greasable. You can pop different studs in and out of it. You can see right here, we've got our extended stud on this one, and that's to gain some more suspension travel after we've raised the car up. So a lot of customers, they'll put this together and they say, uh-oh, the stud doesn't go all the way down or all the way down to the boot. But we definitely designed it to do that.
So the fitment is good, it looks good, it functions good.
Yep.
It's an all-around good product.
Yeah, you got the ride height adjustable coilover. So like a lot of times when you're messing around with springs, you put, all right, let's put some stiffer springs to get it up. You know, cars don't weigh the same amount side to side. So what happens is you put springs in, you put some random springs in, and the car's leaning over. You don't have any of that with the coilover. You can jack one of the corners up if you need to, just get that car exactly level and also exactly where you're sitting. You're not playing with those springs and that's too high, this is too low, and you're adjusting it right here.
So how about up here, any adjustability in this on the top of the arm?
In the upper control arm, there's no adjustability as far as the width. We do add 3 to 4 degrees of caster into them. So we tip this ball joint back just a little bit, and that's going to give you that nice modern feel at the steering wheel. Go around, turn, and just let the wheel go. You know how it comes back to straight? Yeah. That's the cast grip work. And so we did add 3 to 4 degrees of that.
Okay. So everything y'all got on here is pretty buttoned up on what you would need to put big wheels on the car.
Yep. Yeah, we've got customers running 28s on the Donks and the bubbles and boxes. With this setup, it's no problem. You know, if you run into, depending on your offset, if you need to notch your frame or something, those are further steps that you might have to do. But as far as the suspension, this is it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, put everything on there. So y'all heard Steve, man. Go to QA1.net. One click and get you the whole big wheel kit.